Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We are continuing with Sri Chaitanya Charitamrta Adi Lila Chapter 3, the external reasons for Lord Chaitanya's appearance, text number 51. Ti Dwapara Urvashisha Stuvanti Jagat Ishwaram Nana Tantra Vidhanena Kalavapi Yatha Shrinu. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. O King, in this way people in Dwapar Yuga worship the Lord of the universe. In Kali Yuga, they also worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead by the regulations of the revealed scriptures. Kindly now hear of that from me. Purport. This verse is spoken by Saint Garbhajan in Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th Canto, Chapter 5, verse 31. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So we can see in this verse the process for self-realization in Kali Yuga is mentioned. It says worship by regulations of the revealed scriptures. Srila Prabhupada has already given us the rules and regulations, and he's also taught us how to worship Lord Krishna so that we can develop pure love for him. Now, in this translation, the last sentence says, kindly now hear of that from me. Hearing is very important. Even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna that Shruno, please hear, because it is for our benefit. When we hear, actually, hearing is the first step. Only when we will hear and contemplate on what we have heard, then we will go to the next step, which is chanting. So in this verse, Sanskrit verse, there's a nice word called Kalavapi, which means in Kali Yuga also. This Kalavapi is very, very important. Why in Kali Yuga also? Because in Kali Yuga, most people are irreligious, right? In other yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapar, people were inclined towards God consciousness, but in Kali Yuga, no. Kali Yuga is standing on one leg, right? Satya Yuga 4 legs, Treta Yuga 3 legs, Dwapar Yuga 2 legs, and Kali Yuga only one leg. And what is that leg? Honesty. Surprising, huh? How many honest people do we find in Kali Yuga? Very few. So, in spite of that, it is said that if Krishna is worshipped in Kali Yuga by chanting the holy names and following the regulations of the revealed scriptures, then one can become self realized. It is surprising, but this is how it is. In Kali Yuga, Krishna did not come directly like he came in Dwapar Yuga. He came as a Chan avatar, which means a hidden avatar. And Prahlad Maharaj says that, yes, I was reading this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 11:531, where Prahlad Maharaj says that Krishna appears in different incarnations and for two purposes. One is to protect the devotees, and other is to annihilate the miscreants. These are the two reasons. But people in this age of Kali Yuga, they cannot recognize Krishna because he doesn't come as Krishna. He comes as a hidden incarnation, which is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, for this age, this particular purpose, this age, Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just to teach us how to love Krishna, how to perform devotional service. In this age, we have already heard Kriteya Dhyayato Vishnu. Tretayam yajato make. In Satya Yuga, meditation for thousands of years. We are unable to even sit straight for a few minutes in Kali Yuga, right? We have so much problem, knee pain, leg pain, back pain, I don't know what not pain, right? All over the body. It's very uncomfortable. So how can we do meditation? Hmm? And in Treta Yuga, fire sacrifice. That is also not practical, right? We have to think of so many. And Prabhupada says in Kali Yuga, it's difficult to find real pure Brahmanas to perform those sacrifices. So here it is said that it's impossible to perform Vedic yagnas or to perform severe austerities. For us, most even devotees, chanting is an austerity. As soon as we wake up in the morning and the mind says, oh, 2 hours of chanting again today. I just did yesterday. It was so difficult. I have to do it again today. Right? It's an austerity. It's an austerity to wake up in the morning, austerity to do Mangal Arati. So there's so many austerities that need to be performed. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given a simple process. Just chant and you can come back to me. Chant and worship the deity. So these are the practical devotional activities that we can perform in Kali Yuga and attain the same result as in Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, or Dwapar Yuga. Of course, in the beginning, Prabhupada said chant 64 rounds. Any of us would have joined? We would have caught our tail and run away. Oh, 64 rounds. Impossible, right? 8 hours of our day. How can we give on chanting? Then he said, okay, at least give 4 hours, 32 rounds. But they said, no, no, no. So 16 rounds. So chanting, reading, hearing, serving, doing seva in the temple, associating with devotees. So all these things can help us progress in spiritual life. And that is why it is considered to be a very simple process. And these can take us back to Godhead. Just these simple, what you call practices in devotional life. Let's do the second verse for today and we'll end at this verse. This is a very, very, very important verse. If all of us can memorize this verse along with the translation. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sango Pangastra Parshadam Yagna Sankirtana Praye Jajantihi Su Medhasaha. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the name of Krishna. What's the important word in this first sentence? Intelligent. Only intelligent will chant the holy names. Krishna is saying very clearly, only intelligent persons will chant and worship the incarnation of Godhead who constantly sings the name of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. Purport. This text is from Srimad Bhagavatam 11th Canto, Chapter 5, verse 32. Srila Jiva Goswami has explained this verse in his commentary on the Bhagavatam, known as the Krama Sandarbha, wherein he says that Lord Krishna also appears with a golden complexion. That golden Lord Krishna is Lord Chaitanya, who is worshipped by intelligent men in this age. That is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam by Garga Muni, who said that although the child Krishna was blackish, he also appears in three other colors, red, white, and yellow. He exhibited his white and red complexions in the Satya and Treta ages respectively. He did not exhibit the remaining color yellow gold until he appeared as Lord Chaitanya, who is known as Gaura Hari. Srila Jiva Goswami explains that Krishna Varna means Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna Varna and Krishna Chaitanya are equivalent. The name Krishna appears with both Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya Krishna. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he always engages in describing Krishna and thus enjoys transcendental bliss by chanting and remembering his name and form. Lord Krishna himself appears as Lord Chaitanya to preach the highest gospel. So it's a very long purport, so I will summarize it. Srila Prabhupada has very nicely explained that it's very important to understand this verse. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishna. When we all go home, we can memorize this verse because this is a reference that tells us that there is no difference between Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They are both the same. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. And in the translation, we heard that only intelligent will take up Krishna consciousness, right? Chanting and worshipping the deities. So, what is the purpose of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming down 535 years ago? This verse tells us he came to sing, to dance, to chant, and give us free love of Krishna. And there's also reference in this translation and purport about Krishna's associates, Lord Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadhar, and Shivas. And they all came together to fulfill the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna, of course, in this verse is mentioned, he comes in the golden avatar, golden complexion. Why golden? Because he is in the mood of Srimati Radharani, right? So Srimati Radharani's color and mood is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taken when he came in this Kali Yuga. Why did he take the mood of Srimati Radharani? Because he wanted to relish the bliss that Radharani relishes. Whenever Radharani thinks of Krishna, talks of Krishna, sees Krishna, she feels transcendental bliss, and that is what Krishna wanted to experience about himself. That what does Radharani feel when she thinks of me? So that is the reason he came, one of the reasons. So just as Krishna uh, was mesmerized, if you remember that pastime, when Krishna was trying to steal the butter, and then when he heard his mother coming, he immediately jumped off, and he started running out with makhan, butter all over his face. And when he was going, there was a pot over there, some pots that in which you can see a reflection, you can see yourself, right? What are those pots? Made of brass, steel, or what? Huh? Brass, right? I think sometimes in steel also you can see the face. So he was running and he saw it. Such a beautiful boy. Who is this boy? He didn't know it is he himself, right? He got mesmerized looking at his own self in there. So similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also got attracted to Krishna. He was in the mood of Srimati Radharani, and he could feel the bliss that Srimati Radharani felt whenever she, of course, she thought of Krishna 24/7. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in this golden avatar, in this beautiful form, just to teach us how to chant and sing and become Krishna conscious. That's the only thing. Just give free. When we get something for free, do we have value for it? We just throw it aside because it's no value. But if you have spent money on something a hard-earned money, then that is very dear to us, right? So Prabhupada says, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and gave free love, free chanting, free mantra, only intelligent people are interested in taking it up. So preaching was the sole mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because he knew in Kali Yuga very lazy people live. And if you remember, we talked about this last Saturday that in 999 other Kali Yugas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't come. He only came in this particular Kali Yuga in which we are present. Imagine if we do not deliver ourselves and go in that chakkar whole cycle of Satyuga, Treta Yuga, then when Kali Yuga comes, no Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You'll have to go through 999 Kali Yugas before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. So when he is teaching us how to love Krishna, in fact, that was his mission, just to deliver us. And what did Srila Prabhupada do? He took up Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission as his own. What is Guru Maharaj doing? Taking up Srila Prabhupada's mission as his own. What should we do? Exactly. This is what is going to please Guru and Krishna. So when we give this knowledge to others, if we ourselves take it up seriously, then what will happen? We will automatically get attracted to Krishna by Krishna's mercy, Guru and Krishna's mercy. And then when we start also distributing this knowledge to others, that will please them more. And then we'll make very quick advancement in Krishna consciousness. So here we can see in this, of course, in the purpose, Srila Prabhupada says that if we do not take up Krishna consciousness seriously, we will not be able to progress and we will not be able to purify ourselves. Here, a beautiful description of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is given. What? That he is Krishna, his complexion is not blackish. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. Sango Pangastra Parshadam. What does that mean? It means that along with associates, servitors, weapons, and confidential companions. This is what this word means. Sangopasra Parshadam. And he's decorated with sandalwood paste and beautiful ornaments. Super excellent beauty. This is what Srila Prabhupada is talking about in the purpose. Super excellent, the most beautiful. Of course, in the other incarnations, what he does is he uses weapons. But what was the weapon of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? His beauty.
Hare Krishna mantra.
Yes. Hare Krishna Lila Vasni.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna Mahamantra is the weapon.
Oh, okay. Thank you. But here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says that his beauty is his weapon, the golden form, and of course the Mahamantra also. So we all know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared with his associates, the Panchatattva, who are most fortunate. But we have to understand that we are the ones who are most fortunate because we have come in contact with Srila Prabhupada's mission. We have come in contact with ISKCON. We've come in contact with the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. We don't need to do fire sacrifices, elaborate deity worship, nothing. People generally in Kali Yuga don't have time, always running, always running. Where? Don't know, but running. Why? Others are running. So I also have to run. We need to stop. We need to think. Every day when we wake up in the morning, we should first of all offer our obeisances to Guru, Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just like when I get up, first thing I do is Jai Shri Radhe, and then Jai Srila Guru Maharaj, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Guru Parampara, Jai Panchatattva, Jai Shishi Nitai Gaur Chandra, Jai Nrsingadev Prahlad Maharaj, Jai Tulasi Maharani, Jai Shishi Radha Madan Mohan, and then get up from bed. At least train the mind that okay, this day also is supposed to be only for Krishna. Very busy lives, we have too much to do, we have so much to achieve, but that should not be just our goal. We should also be uh, you know sincerely progressing spiritually. We should not put spirituality on a back burner. Isn't there some phrase like that? Putting it on back burner. What does that mean? Doesn't mean you go to the kitchen and the gas and you put it back. No, it means it is not so important. Yeah, it is by the way. Prabhupada says bhakti is not casual, cannot put it behind. And so we'll do it someday, one time, sometime, and that one day never comes. So if even if the success in spiritual life is following the instructions of Guru and Krishna, period. What instruction does the spiritual master give? Chant your rounds attentively, right? Read Srila Prabhupada's books, preach, associate with devotees, do service in the temple, and one most important instruction. Yeah, I already said reading books. One very important instruction he gives every time he comes to Atlanta. Huh? No, no. That all we already counted. Attentive, chanting, read a Srila Prabhupada book. Go to the temple. Every time he comes. Now, all of you just meditate on when was the last time you went to the temple. It has to be once a week. Why? We may say, oh, it's COVID. No problem, wear mask and go. Right? Why we have to go once a week to the temple? Why did he give that instruction? Yeah, we may not find devotees because of COVID. Have darshan, have darshan of the deities so that we get strength
So,
from the
so
that.
Krishna can see us.
So Krishna can see us. Yes, that's true. We go to see Krishna, and also Krishna gets an opportunity to see us. Say, oh, this one has taken trouble to come and see me. Now we may say we have Krishna at home. ऑनलाइन में देखने से पता नहीं चलेगा. Laziness. No online darshan. Then you eat online. Right? Eat online. Pavitra Lalita, everyone is going home and eating online prasadam today. Yes. You can show us the thali and we'll say, ah, yummy, yummy, yummy. Yes, no. We have to make that effort. We need to go to the temple. Yes, it is difficult. In fact, even Christians, they go to the church every Sunday, right? Why? Because they have nothing else to do? No, because that is the instruction, right? We, yes, we can chant anytime, anywhere, and everything, whatever. But these small instructions we must try and follow, because that will give us the highest perfection. Because that is going to please Guru and Krishna. So Prabhupada mentions in this purport that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared to deliver us from this world with a simple process. Just chant and be compassionate. Give this knowledge to others. But unfortunately, not many are interested in hearing, right? Not many. So, excuse me. Chanting and reading is very, very important. And Srila Prabhupada here, he says, Sango Pangastra Parshadam further indicates that Lord Chaitanya is Lord Krishna. His body is always decorated with ornaments of sandalwood and with sandalwood paste. By his super excellent beauty, he subdues all the people of the age. In other descents, the Lord sometimes used weapons to defeat the demoniac, but in this age, the Lord subdues them with his all attractive figure as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jiva Goswami explains that his beauty is his astra or weapon to subdue the demons. Because he is all attractive, it is to be understood that all the demigods lived with him as his companions. His acts were uncommon and his associates wonderful. When he propagated the Sankirtana movement, he attracted many great scholars and acharyas, especially in Bengal and Orissa. Lord Chaitanya is always accompanied by his best associates like Lord Nityananda, Advaita Gadadhar, and Srivas. See, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission was only to give us a simple process of chanting and dancing and feasting. Prabhupada says, what's the difficulty? right? Anyone can chant, anyone can dance. Do you remember that one time Guru Maharaj talked about a New Year's Eve party in Russia? Do you remember that? So there was this New Year's Eve party going on in one hall. There was a hall, and people, were getting drunk and loud music and everything. And then very next um, hall, Sankirtan was going on. Devotees were chanting and dancing and so happy. So one of them, peeped in and said, "What? You look so much more blissful than us. We have paid $100 per ticket, and we are still not getting that bliss. How much did you pay?" He said, "It's free. Come, chant with us, dance with us. We'll give you free food also." Right? So here, this person who was trying to enjoy the New Year's Eve by drinking, he said, "I'm still not getting high. And you guys, what are you drinking? Nothing. Just chanting and getting high." So many people from the New Year's Eve, the word spread, oh, free food, free dancing, free becoming high. They just came and joined that Sankirtan party. It's all free. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to do, to give us a very, very simple process. Unfortunately, we want it to be still more simple. How about we don't do anything, just eat prasadam and go back to Godhead, right? We don't have to do anything. No following rules and regulations, no chanting, no associating with devotees. What? We are seeing the same devotees every Saturday. Not so much fun, right? Yeah, just be at home, just eat nice food, pizzas, kachoris, right? Just and go back to Godhead. This is what we want, right? बैक टू गॉडेड नहीं जाएंगे, ऊपर तो जाएंगे लेकिन नॉट बैक टू गॉडेड ऑटोमेटिक, राइट? If we eat unhealthy, yes, we will, yes, we won't go back to Godhead. Simple process is given how to go back to Godhead. Just chant attentively, read Srila Prabhupada's books, associate with devotees, give this knowledge to others, eat only Krishna Prasadam, worship deities at home, go to the temple, do some seva, and that's it. Now one may say, huh? Exactly. That is what I was going to say. Then mind will say, do you think this is simple? But it is simple compared to meditating for thousands of years, right? Fire sacrifices, right now we don't find pure brahmanas really who can light the yagna with just their mantras. They'll ask matches kidhar hai, lighter kidhar hai, so we can light the yagna, right? So pure ingredients are not available, and we don't have the opulence, that much Lakshmi that we can do elaborate deity worship with gold, diamonds, jewels, pearls. No, we cannot. Just chant and be happy. But it is the mind that keeps telling us, no, 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 we have to go here, we have to do that, this is a priority. We can do bhakti some other time. And senses want to enjoy, they want to see something nice, eat something nice, hear something nice, right? But we have done this in every lifetime. Are we satisfied? It is like we have a bucket that has a hole at the bottom. We're trying to fill water, and then we're saying, "Pani kahan gaya? Where did the water go?" Right? That is what enjoying the senses is. We are trying to enjoy, 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 but it is not satisfying us because everything is just going. But if we take that same bucket with the hole and submerge it in the water, what will happen? There'll always be water in the bucket. Right? So if we use all our senses, engage it in Krishna consciousness, then we will be satisfied all the time because we will be submerged in Krishna consciousness. So I'm going to end here with a request that when we go home, please learn, memorize this verse with the translation that talks about Lord Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are the same. There is no difference at all, and the purpose of his descent on this material world. So I'm going to end here. If anyone has any questions.